What up, YouTube? It's Miles here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and welcome back to another commentary. This is something new that I'm trying, which is, just me talking with video on in the background. This is just save stuff I have on my computer. I'm sorry that I can't make this more of a clean transition. I wish I could start the video like this, but unfortunately, when I have hotkeys on my OBS studio, but this is like an old laptop. Fuck it, I'm not even explaining it. Why should I have to explain myself? Today I want to talk about just Gen Z and life, because a lot of people are lost, myself included. A lot of people, I think, are being, like I said in my last video, pushed and pulled in different directions. Everybody, it seems like everywhere you go, whether it's online or in person, somebody is trying to take money out of your pocket. And, it's a sad world we live in, dude. It genuinely is a very sad world we live in. I myself just turned 21, and I've had a couple years, honestly, at this point in a row where I felt like everything is pretty much hopeless. I mainly feel that way because, when I was a kid, everyone says this about when they were a kid, but like when I was a kid, things were simpler. Things made more sense. Video games were actually video games for the most part. You still had shit in games. There was glitches and bugs and stuff people didn't like, but it was a normal amount of shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't to the level that we have now where it's like you kind of already know certain companies are just going to put out slop advertised as a new game to try and trick you into buying their product so they can make more money and buy more shit with their money and paychecks while you suffer in mediocrity with your 9 to 5, right? Like that's what we now know certain companies like Call of Duty. It's like sad because at this point it's such a real thing with Call of Duty that we know their products are literally just copy and paste because no one that actually cares about the game or did anything in the past to make the game better works at no one works for that company anymore that actually did a good thing for that company or that tried to make a difference for the company. The people that are developing these Call of Duty games are like literally the most irrelevant non-gaming people you've ever met. And that's why the game sucks, but that's not what I'm recording this video to talk about. Everything is like 10 times harder for somebody my age, especially a guy, like a dude in his 20s. The average dude in his 20s now is facing so much backlash for just existing, and I want to talk about it because not only does dating suck, not only do friendships suck because of the fucking LARPing epidemic that's going on right now, not only does socializing suck because everyone is, like I just said, LARPing and trying to be better than the next person, because right now is this like kind of fake mode or moment where everyone in this generation, especially young men, feel like they have to sacrifice everything for some sort of money grab or some sort of big idea, and like everybody's gotta quote unquote make it big, you know what I mean, or they're gonna fucking die. And it feels like the only people that are actually living life and enjoying their lives are the people that are already at the top. And like, I don't know how long this has been a thing for, but it didn't always occur to me, especially growing up, that the only people that would actually enjoy themselves are the ones all the way at the top, at the leaderboard. Like, growing up, my family had a decent amount of money. We were never financially unstable, but like, we weren't in the top 1%. I don't even think my family's in the top 1% now, and like, we're very well off. You know what I mean? I'm not well off. My fucking father's well off. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. But like, I didn't realize growing up that there would be this big of a gap. Like, my friends who have, like, I don't want to say regular parents because I don't want to sit here and think like any of my parents' families are regular, because all of my friends have extremely hardworking parents, and my friends are extremely hardworking individuals themselves in their own dynamics. But I had a good amount of friends that, don't have the same luxuries that I do just because their parents don't make as much money. But that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm just saying that, I've always had perspective, but some of my friends, have 2 jobs and still find time to hang out with me. And it's like incredible because people are getting underpaid, people are being overworked, and there's just morality has just gone out the door. Like in 2026, asking for fair morality is like asking for 300 pounds of gold during the gold rush when like everyone is trying to get, their hands on some gold, and it's like you got to kind of, it's first come first serve type of thing. That's probably not the best comparison I could have made there, but I hope you understand that what I'm trying to say is that right now, for a young man to even like be happy, that just seems like a fucking stretch. Seems like a stretch. I don't know. Like, social media is like trying to reprogram people to think that everything is doomed, everything sucks, buy this course, everything sucks, buy our product, everything sucks, play our game, be a chud. Stop listening to these people. Stop going on social media as a whole. I think for me, the biggest lesson that I've learned since turning 18 is that social media is cancer. It didn't used to be cancer, and I think a lot of people are still in that headspace where they think it's normal to go on an app and just scroll mindlessly. I don't know if you guys have seen WALL-E, but what's going on right now with social media reminds me of WALL-E. That scene from WALL-E where like every advanced human being is like super fat and they're stuck in like a chair and they're just watching shit all the time, and the second they don't have a sip of water or like a sealed bag of chips next to them, they start to freak out. It's like, we are so obsessed, and it's so sad. It's so sad. Like, we are human beings. We are supposed to be the smartest race on this planet. And sometimes I feel like my fucking dog is smarter than some people I know. Sometimes my dog is smarter than me, because my dog will actually be enjoying fresh air, the real shit. Like, my dog will just be sitting there, taking it all in, enjoying life while I'm scrolling reels, fucking frying my brain. Like, my dog is smarter than me, and that's fucking embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing for me and for the rest of this fucked up world. I don't even really know why I'm recording or what the fuck I'm trying to talk about. There are so many other people on YouTube and on social media that kind of talk about what I'm trying to explain at a way more efficient clip and actually know what they're going to say before they say it. I don't write scripts. I don't like have a list of things I want to say. I just come on and I say shit. And I feel like that's what makes me authentic, because I just come on here and I say shit from the heart. Like, I've always been the kind of person that's been brutally honest. I don't have a problem being second. I don't have a problem being last. I don't have a problem not being picked. What I mean by that is, like, I don't have an issue if somebody likes me, if somebody kind of likes me, if somebody hates my guts, if somebody wants to hang out with me, if somebody doesn't want to hang out with me. Whatever the case in life may be, I'll be okay. And that's something that I learned at a young age because I had things that I had to deal with, such as parents getting divorced, issues with my sister. She's special needs. So that was, for certain moments of my life, I had to realize that there were things that were bigger than me out there. And I'm saying this because now where I am today, like, I'm able to navigate in my life without letting things dictate what my life means. I dictate what my life means. But I feel like there are so many people who get this sense of self from things that don't actually have to do with themselves, such as social media or the internet, right? Like, so many people like to kind of associate themselves. People like to associate themselves with stuff. That's what we are, That's why Pinterest exists and shit. And it's like, so many people are associating themselves with shit they never did. There was a long period of time where I thought I was, like, big guy on campus with basketball because I thought about it all the time, but, like, I didn't work out every day like some of my other friends, and I walked around with this ego like I was some sort of cool cat. And then I went to boarding school for basketball, played against all these D1 motherfuckers, and I realized I'm not shit. Like, I'm a good player, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, like, I ain't no D1 fucking athlete, bro. And that reality check I think kind of made me better because I realized, like, it's not all about the cloud. It's not all about having people like you. The journey of life is understanding yourself, your limits, your mind. You don't understand how unique your mind is. You don't understand how unique you are as a human being. We are so diverse in the way that our brains act. I mean, listen, there are a lot of similarities in humans, right? Like the way we look, the way we talk. We're fucking people. We're the same species, right? Like we're going to look similar. But, you know, two people with anxiety, even if they're both the same type of anxiety, meaning like, let's say you're the type of person that when you get anxious, you tend to isolate yourself and stay away from social situations because you're overthinking and you overanalyze. Two people who have that same sort of instinctual thing when they get anxious, they won't even act the same way in those situations. They will be different people, different energies. And I think for me that really helped me understand the broader like kind of wavelength of people, because growing up, like, I used to think that this is unrelated to anxiety, but growing up I used to think that other people, when they told me something, were telling the truth, because I never lied. Like, I'm not a liar. I wish I could like back myself up more, because it's obviously a very ballsy thing to say on the internet, like I don't lie. I've lied before, right? I'm a human being. I'm not perfect, but I'm not a liar. Like, I walk around authentic as fuck. I will tell you the truth. Even on my best day, I will tell you, like, yeah, I've cried my eyes out and before in front of a girl that I loved that fucking hated me, and she like got off on seeing me cry. Like, as weird as that sounds, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's like I've been shit on. You know what I mean? Like, I've had fucking bad moments. I'm not afraid to sit here and fucking say it. You shouldn't be either. You shouldn't be either. I'm not somebody that tries to be someone I'm not. I've always been extremely authentic, and that's gotten me into trouble sometimes, but I don't give a fuck. I don't understand, and I didn't understand when I was little, that, like, people lie. People lie because people want to be seen as something that they don't see in themselves. And it's crazy that people would do something like that, because in the grand scheme of things, lying is a fucking sin. And it's like so easy to avoid. But it's like, when I started to understand, like, people lie to you. Like, people aren't always telling the truth when they say they like something. That really, like, I stopped wanting to, like, play on the swings at that point as a child, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, everything I've seen, everything I've heard is a lie. And honestly, I'm glad I thought like that, because not everything that we are shown, pretty much nothing we are shown or that we've seen is like meant to be what we see it as. The government isn't as they seem. The country isn't as they seem. People aren't as they seem. Nobody on social media is the same way in real life than how they are in camera. I mean, on camera. Like, there's probably a small, like, less than 10% of content creators are actually the same way off camera. And what I mean by that is, like, your idol is probably a performative jester. And what I mean by that is, you shouldn't be worried, bro. Because the motherfucker that you look up to isn't even being his most authentic self. So why are you worried, bro? Why are you worried about validation from here, from there, from her, from him, from your mom, from your dad, when at the end of the day, your favorite person is seeking validation from you? Not directly, right? But all of these people that are making content, that are doing what I'm talking about. Dylan Latham, perfect example. I have nothing against Dylan Latham. I actually met the kid when I was in Miami visiting one of my friends that grew up in my hometown. He actually just moved out to Miami about I want to say 6 months ago to a year ago, to literally pursue TikTok. He makes TikToks every day with these guys. He works for Dylan Latham. He's met a lot of people like Androgenic, other people, just completely, it's all, I'm sorry, it's all retarded. Like, I respect my boy for doing what he's doing, but it's genuinely all retarded. Anyways, I met Dylan Latham. He was with his crew. He wasn't streaming, but like he was, I guess, setting up or preparing for for something. Oh, excuse me. And he was a chill guy. Like, he was completely different in real life than he was on camera. And he seemed like the kind of guy that just didn't give a shit. But I know he does. And it's like, how do I explain it? It's like, on camera, he is a certain way because he knows that people will watch that and associate themselves with that sort of sense of humor or like content. But in person, he walks around like he doesn't care. It's like, how do I explain it? It like evens itself out. He might not care if you specifically like him, but he cares if you watch his videos. And what I'm trying to say is, like, there's no need to worry about if somebody likes you or not, or if somebody cares about you or not. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And also, everybody cares. Everyone's, like, trying to fit. Everyone is on the same page, which is sad because you think that your life is so different from mine, from somebody else's, but it's really not. It's really not. Just because somebody has more money than you doesn't mean their like life is different. I know I'm saying a lot of just it's not random, but I know I'm saying a lot of shit at the same time. It's just, like, note these things in your head, even if it doesn't really make sense coming out of my mouth. Note these things. Life used to be simpler because there was less comparison. There used to be less comparison. People used to not be able to compare themselves on social media. People only really used to compare themselves to celebrities. And I'll be honest, Hollywood was social media before social media existed. And you're probably going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hollywood was designed as this hierarchy thing for you to look at these people and want to be more like these people. And that's why you see celebrities doing all of this shit, like gambling and, partying and clubbing. It's like you see these advertisements for all these type of stuff, and you see all these celebrities in them, and you want to do the things that the celebrity is doing because they're a celebrity and they got money and they're cool and they're liked and they're doing this stuff. But now you have regular people on social media telling you the messages that celebrities used to tell our parents, and it's like the cycle continues, right? As long as you know that nothing you see is real, and that every message that's being sent to you on social media, any sort of billboard advertisement, it's all a money grab. This is America. This is capitalism. It's about making money. There is no such thing as morality in a capitalist society. There is, if you yourself decide that there has to be, but capitalism doesn't call for morality, because at the end of the day, it's like you either get it or you don't, and you get it by being greedy and by stepping over other people. I think I've kind of said what I'm trying to say. It's pretty much just like, if you're someone that likes to sing, spam post musical content on the internet. If you're someone like me who likes to game, spam post gaming on the internet. Like, do things that make you happy, because at this point in society, everyone is trying to tell you to be a certain thing that is just like, it's honestly like, the message I have for you is delete all your social media apps, find something you like to do, obsess over it, and post about it. And like, I wish I could sit here and reach more people by clipping my shit and posting it on TikTok or on Instagram, but I won't. I genuinely won't. Like, I don't want my subscribers to come from a platform where everything is based off of short-term content. If you're not clicking on my video just like ready to sit down and chill and vibe with me and kind of like be in that space that I'm in while recording the video. Like, when I was little, I used to watch these, the types of videos that I make because it was like hanging out with that person. It was like being in the same universe or in the same room as that person, even though I wasn't and I was watching from my screen at home. It felt like I'm hanging out with them, spending time with them, getting to know that person, the authenticity of it. And that's what made me so into YouTube. It's because like these people are sharing pieces of themselves with a camera, hoping that somebody sees it, notices it, and wants to spend time with them. And like that's something that I liked about the internet and about YouTube that made me want to be a YouTuber. But it's like a different game now, and I'm not going to advertise or try to resonate with people who don't want to watch YouTube, because Instagram Reels, TikToks, all of that bullshit is pretty much YouTube on crack. It's YouTube, but you can watch a video in 10 seconds. That is not real life, bro. So I'm not advertising real content to fake people that are watching fake content. It's literally a contradiction. It's like I didn't start this journey for that. And at first I thought like, okay, I'll post like my best clips. Fuck that. If you want to see my clips, watch the whole video. Find the clip yourself. Like, it's not all about clips, bro. It's about the full thing, the whole experience, the full game, not just the highlights, bro. The lowlights too. Yeah, I think pretty much my main message for this video is just like, be yourself, bro. Stop comparing yourself. Stop worrying. Like, listen, these things that we do, they're normal. You're not autistic. You're not special needs. You're not, retarded. You're not like super severe ADHD. Like, you're a human being. Maybe you do have ADHD. Maybe you do have autism, but it's like it's never as bad as you actually think it is. Human beings, we tend to like our heads play things out to be a certain way, but they're really not that way that you think they are in your head. Everyone is in their head right now. A lot of people are in their head. Especially me. I'm in my head all day, and so, it takes one to know one. So take it from someone who knows, genuinely knows, because they're in their head all the time. None of it is real. None of your worries actually define you. The only thing that you can really look back on and say, like, that changed me or that made me think differently are, like, experiences. The things you think in your head don't define you, bro. It's really the things that you do. It's your experiences. If you go on a trip and you do something awesome, like, that's real. But you sitting in your room and saying, oh, I'm that girl didn't look at me the way I thought she was going to, like, I'm just going to end it all and, like, stop giving a shit about women. That's retarded. That's retarded. Because it's in your head. I hope that I'm making sense here. I'm really, like I said, I'm not the best with this motivational stuff. Like, I think I'm pretty good at it, but I'm really not. It's just, like, when I'm having a conversation with one of my friends, or somebody in person, I jump from topic to topic, but like in person it kind of works better than it does on camera, because on camera, when you're sitting in your house and you're just, laying around, you probably don't want to listen to someone that's going from tangent to tangent, because it's probably too much to follow. But when you're smoking za with your boys, or when you're at a party and someone just sits down next to you and they start talking to you, it's kind of a different scenario to like just blabber things out. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say besides the fact that I think a lot of people are benefiting off of this whole uncertainty thing. People benefit off of the content they post in which makes you overthink or think you're not doing enough or think you're doing too much. Like, just be conscious of the stuff you're consuming, because nothing comes without a price. No good deed goes unpunished, and neither does any bad deed. It's like, I don't even really know why I said that. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but I guess it's like, somebody will be on TikTok saying like, oh, if your boyfriend does this, you shouldn't trust them. And they probably have good instincts because they're probably a decent person, but they're sharing something from their own experience as if it's like a universal thing that every man does. This is just like an example, right? Like, don't let that girl make money off of you from your view on her video, but also change your perspective. Like, it's like, don't let a random ass person take your money and change your beliefs, bro. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point in history that we are letting random ass motherfuckers that live in regular houses, that work regular jobs, like, there's no way we're letting these sort of people change our perspective or change the way we think things work. It's like, bro, you write your own destiny. The only person you should ever change for is like your wife, if you're a man, or your husband if you're a girl, or the person of your dreams, or the person that you're with if you're in a relationship, if they're good to you, right? I think I'm going to end the video here because I'm talking about random shit now that doesn't really make sense. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, this is like a new thing that I'm trying to do, so please don't hate on me if I'm bad at it. I genuinely know that some of the stuff I say makes sense, but some of it also just probably doesn't. Not meaning like it's gibberish. It's just like I don't think it makes sense based off of the way that I'm presenting it, because I'm kind of jumping from thing to thing here. But like I said, please bear with me, because the more of these videos that I make, the better of a better handle that I'll have. And I think I'm slowly getting better. I need to have more specific topics to talk about. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This was some Black Ops 2 gameplay with my cousin, who I grew up playing Call of Duty with. I introduced him to Call of Duty. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And remember to just be yourself. And if that's not good enough, then move on to the next person. There are 8 billion people on this planet. There is somebody out there for you the way you are today. And I promise you that. I'll see you guys in the next one.